Welcome to this lovely, peaceful, breezy, yet sheltered nesting space and place where I have chosen to bring my mat to maybe stretch out my body a bit this morning. Maybe you can hear the plane flying above. Nice opportunity to simply find a little bit of stillness again and drop inside. As ever, I'd like to begin my practice with a bit of stillness. So I can find me. No Molly this morning. But I think you can see and maybe even hear where we are. And it is special. Nature. Nurture. I wondered what ancient meant when I was listening to Rupert Spires talk about time and how time, you know, it's a human construct and the past and the future don't exist. They only exist here in our memories. And so then I pondered about, our beautiful trees and mountains and ancient wisdom and lineage and wise folk. I mean, really, really wise. The ones that have been around before. And I think about the cross. I think about time being on the horizontal and the truth of us being on the vertical, and how to find the right balance of these so that we intersect at the sweet spot. And so in my mind, from that cross, I just drew roots from the base and the canopy from the top spreading out. And so, where that lies with us bringing the past into now, or thinking about the future and bringing that into now. It's always about balance, isn't it? Yeah. Am I an echo of my past? Or do I choose to be here now without that? And to choose to be here now without all of the past, I have to be so present. It's not like I have to be. For this to exist, for presence to truly exist, nothing else can. And I'm just going to go with that. I'm sure I could explain that further, but for me this, it makes sense, and maybe to some of you as well. So with inspiration from tree to keep deepening my roots, all healing happens in presence, and presence is love. And I know one of my teachers says, if you can't be loving and you can't find love in the moment, just be present. It's the same. Just be present. And because when I'm truly present, when we're truly present, we're able to let go of any triggers, or I prefer to call triggers activations. It's something for us to be seen. We're able to release the emotional attachment to them. The energy in us is able to just to run clear and smoothly and more coherent, so we're no longer being fired up by what was or what we had perceived to be, because we're able to let go of perceptions and become the witness. And the witness is this vertical, is the roots, is the canopy, is the cross, is the space that the cross is, the space that the tree is. So presence, 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 presence is key. Oh, and it's really a beautiful dropping in to presence somewhere like this. Can you hear the birds? Can you feel and tune in to this feeling that's here, knowing that time and space are only creations of us, allowing our mind to get a grip in some way, being human. And again, in presence, just rooting the sit bones into the earth. What are you aware of right now? What's alive for you in your body, in your energetic body? I have a softness. I have a little bit of maybe staticky, buzziness around here, my chest. And my ears keep tuning in and out of the bird song, and the moment I hear them, oh. It's like my body, my energetic body, comes alive with their sound. And I know in the yoga that I've been schooled with, we create a lot of, we do breath work and toning and some warming up to get the prana moving, to allow our mind to find it more easy. And I just feel drawn to move with what is already present in me just by being here. And if I lose it, then it's only because I'm not present. I've just come out of presence. So all through this flow, I may call out presence, and I'll invite you to root your feet or root your sit bones, or whatever aspect of self is connecting with the floor, or if you're doing it in a chair. Let yourself connect with the connection of the earth and whatever part of your body is connecting with her. And I like to think of like being a bouncy ball in a way, because like we can let gravity have its way with us. When we throw a bouncy ball down, it bounces right back up, and you often hear in yoga root to rise. So when I push my sit bones down or push my feet down into the earth, I know that the essence of me is just rising up from chakra 10, the earth rising up through me, and I'll let this reveal itself through my eyes. I'll let my mind drape on this, and I will arrive behind the eyes. I also remember seeing someone say, yoga isn't using the body to get into a pose, it's using the pose to get into the body. So often when I find myself in a pose, it's easier to find in a pose than in the transitions between. I want to capture this and find presence, root, and be the one behind the eyes. Because then I truly give my mind an opportunity to perceive how it is to be in this body. So let's see what unfurls and unfolds in this gentle space. So just going to rub my hips to my knees, rub my legs, and just allow this softness of this space and this place and the bird song and the wisdom of the trees to be known in my thighs, strong and soft at the same time. Strength and peace at the same time. And something which has just popped into my mind is this really important piece for me is making love more important than being right. Anytime I have a wobble inside and it's in relation with another, I'm like, I just had one yesterday, and the moment I remember to make love more important than being right, it's like the weight of the world lifts off of my shoulders. I've had such, I think, an unconscious importance of being right, being, acknowledged, recognized, approval. This is coming up, and oh my golly gosh, the liberation of making love more important than being right. Doesn't mean it's easy, but I don't care. It's my choice, and I tell you what, it's the choice of angels. Yeah. So rubbing and massaging the feet and getting in there a bit, because, oh my gosh, sometimes it's nice to have some attention. And just enlivening them are aspects of self that connect with this earth. And just really putting ourselves in them. Be in your feet receiving this rub, this massage. Be in the hands giving the massage. Be the space in between the hands and the feet that is moving. Or simply go even deeper into this space and find the stillness that is ever present, whilst still moving. Maintaining presence and stillness whilst moving. That'd be a treat in the outer world, wouldn't it? Yeah. And just feeling the warmth of the whole of life, just wanting us to know that we're okay just as we are. Everything is perfect. We are whole and complete. We just forgot to remember. So let's remember as we massage the lower legs, finding calm and softness and peace. at the same time as we're moving. So let your sit bones root into the earth. Let the sides of your feet rest into the earth. And if you're on a chair, just pick up 1 foot at a time and give your lower legs and your feet some loving attention as the warmth of the world continues to penetrate into your awareness. You are everything you've ever needed to be and more. I am everything I've ever needed to be and more. So much more. Without realizing what is more and what is available until presence becomes a more happening more. And then suddenly the world opens up in ways that wasn't planned, and yet kind of know it was meant to be all along. So just enlivening these legs, patting the hands and feet onto each other, and then coming up to the shoulders and just rubbing the shoulders. We've been carrying stuff around for a long time. I know I've been carrying around and just recently really seen how much guilt I have been self-shoveling and tipping onto my back into a bag. Perpetually loading me up with more and more guilt. So let's just massage these beautiful shoulders that have been so kind to us, so strong for us. And so in this moment we can just release everything that we've been carrying. Everything that's ours, everything that's not ours. And just root the sit bones into the earth as we shake this off. Breathe up from the earth and use your hands to lift through the earth and then like pull out from the lungs, making a tss, just releasing from the lungs. Just rolling the shoulders in circles, rolling the wrists at the same time. Whilst pushing your sit bones into the earth. Reaching up, extending both arms above your head, clasping the fingers together, pointing the fingers up, pushing the sit bones into the earth, letting your hips push down into the earth. So the essence rises up through you and draws your top half up. And then push your left sit bone into the earth as your torso rocks and leans to the right, sort of opening out that left rib cage and the waist, and then rise up with the breath and then exhale to the left, pushing the right sit bone into the earth, breathing up from the earth into that side body. And then breathing up into the center. And again, leaning to the right, letting the sit bone move you and tip you, feeling your ribs stretch. Let your heart reach to the sky and know that as you breathe through this extended rib cage, into the earth, we're just making space. Like whenever we're stretching, we're making more space for the light to be known and to come in. And the energy flows in here, so then the knock-on effect is all that the lymph can flow and the cells can breathe and the light can move and do what it's meant to do, and healing is a byproduct of us coming inside and having more presence. So push the right sit bone in, stretch that right side up, let the heart come to the sky and breathe down that stretched opened rib cage and waist into the earth, from the earth into the ribs, into the heart, out through the crown and the fingers, and come up to center. And bring your hands back behind you as you lift your pelvis off the earth, reach your solar plexus to the sun, your heart to the moon, and maybe your head drapes back and your crown kisses the earth. As you push into the earth with your knees, your lower legs, your hands, and then let gravity have its way as your heart bounces up to the universe. And then gently roll back down. And then just let your chin come to your chest to your belly. We're going to curl down, curl down, curl down. Emptying, 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 emptying anything else we've been carrying. As the leaves crunch against my head. The earth will take everything from us that's had its time, that served its time. Let it fall into the earth and become what it might be. So we can rise up like the sap in spring, fresh and new, and not worrying about whatever's done is done. Just breathing up one vertebrae at a time. Breathing up from the earth. Uncurling, uncurling, and letting the head tip back. Breathing through the mouth, the golden sunshine into the belly. Nose to neutral, and breathe out into the center of the head. Excuse me. I'll figure out how to turn the microphone off if I need to cough again, because you don't need that in your ear. Breathing up from the earth into the belly. And back down. Breathing up from the earth into the belly. And back down. And be the one behind the eyes. And know that the trees in the spring, the sap rises. And she does not worry about the leaves that are hanging on from last year. You know, sometimes if we have to work through all the stuff that we've got to work through, we might be here a really long time. I mean, we'll be here a long time. Or not. But let us release any concern that we're not doing enough, or we should be anywhere other than where we are right now, and just let our sap rise. Let the light of what we are shine through. And this happens automatically in presence. So let us come into child pose. Take any malas off, any shawls, anything that will stop you moving freely. And we'll meet in child's pose. And finding the softness. Letting your forehead, your third eye be grounded and rooted. So the soft, tender, loving earth presence can be known. In the center of what was a busy head. Maybe still is for you. And that's okay too. It really is okay. Just soften, regardless. Let your body come home to the earth. Let your mind come home to the body. And let your breath be known. Feel the backside of your body stretch open. Feel the backside of your heart glow and shine. Then we're going to come up to tabletop through cow, keeping your nose long and low. And then up into cat, tucking your tailbone under, and then coming back down to your heels and moving through cow and into cat, into cow, into cat. Can you feel your breath? Can you hear your breath? Are you allowing your breath to move you? And if not, what would it be like if you were? And if you already are, can you feel the breath emphasizing and moving the prana up and down your spine? And then I'm going to reverse it into cat. Into cow. Letting this energy be stirred and moved and invited to flow freely through every articulation. And then just resting in tabletop. And we're going to reach the left arm forward and the right leg back. Contralateral movement, and then bring the knee and the elbow together. Extending them both forward, your palm turned in. Toes towards your nose as you curl your knee and elbow together. Extending, opening, and exhaling, infusing into the core. And then bringing them out to the side so your leg and arm can sink down to the earth, and then rise them up. Navel to spine. Let your arm and leg be like wings, or like leaves flowing on a tree, and your spine is the branch. It's the trunk at which the branches move and sway from, ever strong, and come back into tabletop in the center. We're going to extend the right arm forward, the left arm back, palm facing center, toes towards nose, your heel away, and then elbow to knee. Inhale, stretching, reaching, exhale, infusing, knee to elbow. And then arm and leg out to the side and be like the wings. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Let the spine be known. Let yourself be behind the eyes as you're moving. And come back to the center. And come back into child's pose. Put your hands on your feet. And let your hands massage your feet again, enlivening. Allowing your awareness to reach into all aspects, all crevices, all toes, all areas of our precious feet and hands. And then come back into tabletop, keeping your nose long and low. And then we're going to come into crouching tiger, reaching your sacrum to the sky. Keep your belly on your thighs. And you can stretch and pull your shoulders away from your wrists as your wrists push into the earth. Let gravity do the rest, so push with your feet into the earth. Let your tailbone rise. Lift your tailbone to the sky. And let your toe come up on your toes and really reach up into downward dog, and let your heels come back down as you exhale. Just play around in this position, whether you want to stretch the soles of your feet out, bending one knee at a time, whether you want to sort of contract your center and pull the heels of your hands towards your feet, and your feet towards your hands. And it just really helps me to not have to stretch my hamstrings. I think I mentioned before, they don't stretch. They don't want to, they're not ready to, and that's okay. So I just let the front side of my body contract, and then they're like, oh, okay. Don't have to. So then I'm going to come down and curl down to like a
cat, and then come back up into downward dog, just allowing like a circular flow of energy through my body and then circulating down into the earth, and then coming back up as I push my feet in and my pelvis rises. I just want to feel this flow. I'm breathing quietly so you can hear the bird song as we do this. Let the bird song be infused throughout all these vertebral articulations, and then come into plank. A strong breath, but a quiet breath through the length of the body. And out the other end, whichever end you began at, breathe out the other end, and then come back down onto your knees. Back into child's pose. Forehead on the floor, arms stretched out in front. Push down into the earth with the fingers. Breathe into the shoulders. The beautiful shoulders that have been carrying so much for us for so long. Let them have their space in the sun now, free. And if you feel you want to do some circular movements, just to allow them to be felt in all their ways, and any tight spots, just breathe through it with a gentle smile and appreciation. Thank you for having carried so much for so long. And breathe in from beneath the earth into your heart. So your heart's unconditional love can flow through your shoulders so they can know what it's like. They can remember, oh, yay. And then relax your hands, relax your shoulders, no tension, no effort. And I'm going to push into the earth with my hands and just come up to hero's pose.
Breathing from the earth into the belly and back down into the earth. I'm just watching a deer run in front. What a gift as we breathe into the earth and breathe up through the folded legs into the belly. Breathe strong yet soft. Strong yet soft. Push into the earth with your legs, your lower legs. As you do that, do you feel like a ripple through your spine as your chest rises and your heart lifts? Lengthen the back of your neck as your crown reaches for the sky. Allow the crown of the tree to be your crown. I'm going to allow the crown of the tree to be my crown. And her roots. Let me borrow your roots, my love, because sometimes I lose mine. Just going to reach the hands behind and clasp them, index fingers pointing, and just squeeze and hug your shoulder blades together. Push your hands together, so make it active, and you can really feel the muscles behind your heart. Feel them enliven. So breathe up from the earth into your heart, and breathe out through your arms into the earth. Breathe up from the earth through your arms into your heart, and then see where that exhalation wants to go. Mine's going back down the arms into the earth. Let your heart rise up and then come back down into a ball. It's that constant flow of life, like expanding, contracting, anchoring, opening, blossoming, curling, furling, receiving, embodying, rooting. And I'm just going to rise up and feeling each vertebrae come to the back of the space, and I'm just going to take my lovely warm hat off. Thank you, hat. And in this moment, let's find that stillness in movement. And for me, the movement is just tying my hair up. But it's a small movement that I do frequently. How present can I be in it? So let's come into tabletop, come up into downward dog. Breathe up from the earth into the base of the sacrum, the tip of the coccyx, and then down the spine. Feel it fall down the spine into the earth. Push into the earth with the hands. Toes in further than the heels. Breathe up from the earth into the sacrum. And down through those beautiful legs, pushing into the earth. And then lift your right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Look under your left arm and look at your foot. Rotate your ankle. Really opening out the root chakra. Breathing in all of nature, all of life. Point the leg up to the sky, be that long line, and bring that leg back down to meet the other. As you push into the earth with these three appendages, let the left leg rise to the sky. Bend the knee, let the leg tip backwards, look under your right shoulder. Can you see your foot? Good morning. Just seeing life from another point of view. And finding the stillness and the presence as you reach that left leg to the sky and come back down into downward dog. And find presence. Let your heart sink to the earth. If you can't rest in downward dog, come back down into tabletop or child's pose, or just stay in tabletop. Just make sure all four aspects are pushing with love and kindness into the earth, so you can arrive behind your eyes and let your mind drape. Soften. And then come into plank. And then come down into chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Up into cobra. And then back into downward dog. And then just jump up between your hands, or step up, or walk up. Come into forward fold. Breathe up the legs, flat back. Halfway up. Push your hands into your shins into your hands. Let your spine lengthen, let your spine be center. Push your eyes to the top of your skull. Breathe up from the earth into your belly. To your sacrum, and then down, and let the energy trickle into the cave of Brahma. Or maybe flood. Breathe up from the earth, through the legs, into the tip of the tailbone, and out down the spine into the earth. And again, breathing up the legs, breathing down the spine, and just nod your head. Yes, yes, yes. Life is a yes. The energy of life is a yes. Let's find ourselves in awkward positions in life and still find our yes. And for me, my yes looks like, in an awkward position, making love more important than being right. If I can find myself upside down and still find the way, still find my way, and my way I choose to make love more important than being right. Yes, 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 yes. Presence. Push into the earth. Feel the essence rise up and lift you and drape down and fall down. Find yourself behind the eyes. As you sweep the floor, we're going to come up into chair pose. And anchor this knowing in. Look up to the sky. Breathe from above, down through the tailbone into the earth. Breathe up from the earth, through those legs, and out through the top. This is a real good grounding, anchoring pose. Because I'm choosing to anchor into more crevices in my body, that love is more important than being right. And I know this, and so I find this more readily as I stand upright and swan dive forward fold, so the energy can just drift across both hemispheres of the brain. You find yourself in forward fold, and let's do halfway up, flat back. Find Cave of Brahma. Exhale into Cave of Brahma. And again. And then sweeping the floor, chair pose. Reaching those hands up to the sky. You can do breath of fire into the core, into your belly. And just letting the arms trickle down. Letting them arrive on your belly. Feeling my feet in the earth. What are you feeling? I have an awareness in my lower back. And an awareness in the center of my occipital, which is like just between those two bumpy bits at the bottom back of the skull. Come into Tadasana. Lift your toes, lift your kneecaps, tuck your tailbone under, navel to spine. Breathe up, shoulders up and back and down. Hug the heart from behind, let the arms open to the sky. Push into the earth with all four aspects of your feet. Feel yourself rise, feel your crown lift. Presence. Bring your hands to heart and let them rise up above your head and let them rain down. Just going to find the toric field, so let your hands trace up the midline of your body. Breathing out, pushing into the earth. Feel your arms rise up and then drift down. Let the breath flow with the movement. Push into the earth. The hands rise effortlessly and then they can just fall down slowly and feel the thickness. Decide to know the thickness is here. The presence of the life that I am. And just feel your hands want to be taken up. This flow. As your feet push into the earth and your hands rise higher. And let them fall out. And then turn to the right. And it's funny, so in the wind I can hear like the trees moving above me, and it sounded like there was a branch kind of fall, and in my mind I like saw the branch falling on me, and I do that, you know. My mind will go into a story, and sometimes quite often do worst case scenario, and I'm like, it happened on the car journey here this morning, and I thought, is this my thought? Is this mine? Or is this a collective energy dancing and moving through me? And in this moment, I come to realize it doesn't matter. It was beautiful to be observant and to question, is it mine, whilst driving. And now I'm noticing the difference in my response. It's like, in this place where the truth of us and the aspect of us is being cultivated and utilized as the platform, rather than the body and mind so much, the energetics, then we have the capacity to transmute, transform and cultivate everything and anything. And so whether the fear, I'm just going to tip over onto my left leg and let all my awareness root down, let this staff be strong on the left side, and then do the same on the right. And just push so firm into the left side that the right leg rises, and just hold on to the right knee and look back with the right arm. Spinal balance, spinal twist, inner balance. And then coming back to center. Both feet onto the earth, find your balance. Find your roots. We don't need to balance, we just need to be rooted. So come onto the right side and push down so much with your right leg that the essence lifts you. The left leg rises, put your right hand on your left knee and turn to the left and look at the drishti, your thumb behind you. And it doesn't matter if you're wobbling, it's the wobbles that build more circuitry. It's the wobbles that build more awareness. Push down. Lift your heart. Open your heart. Let your crown be pulled up, or be bounced up by gravity. And then come back to the center. Hands to pranam. And again, come into Tadasana. And as we stabilize like this, everything that is ours or not ours finds its form, finds its flow. You know, everything's energy, so anything that is difficult or challenging is just energy that's not coherent. It's energy that's like glitchy and or having to jump around and move around. So when we soften, in our strength, in our rooted strength, nothing is immune to presence, to love. And it changes everything. Presence. So soft, yet so vast and powerful. Leaning onto the left side, pushing my left leg so far into the earth that my right just lifts up. Left arm, left hand to right knee, rotate, rooting, pushing foot into the earth, lifting Mula Bandha, hugging the heart, opening the heart, crown rising. Lend me your roots, tree, because sometimes I forget and lose mine. Thank you. And come back to the center, hands to pranam, both feet on the floor, bouncing on your knees. Let the bounce drift to the right side as you can keep bouncing and keep pushing into the earth. And like a bouncy ball, yeah, your left knee can rise, right hand to left knee, rotate. Push into the earth with your right foot if you feel any wobbles. Push, 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 push. You'll find yourself rising and finding some stabilizing. Lift Mula Bandha, gently hug the heart. Be the one behind the eyes, presence. Finding presence in some difficult situations in life where you're a bit twisted and sensitive. Isn't that wonderful? Finding presence at times when we would have been toppled over. Come back to center. I'm just finding myself wanting to rest here in stillness for a moment. My hands pranam around my throat. And in this moment I want to give thanks for my ability to recognize where I am now speaking into where I wasn't before, and it's the subtle nuances now. I see an uprising of being able to speak into where something doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is, and I wanna acknowledge it. I don't know what to do. What do I do? What is this? Can you help? Do you know? Because I think quite often in the past when something was present and I felt an incoherence without realizing, a bit of like incongruency, something wasn't right. You could see like when you get a moment with an elephant in the room, and yet something is unknowable, unknown, and yet it's really tangible. And now I realize I don't have to hold back these kind of experiences. It's actually okay to speak them out to everyone, people who are sort of aware and sensitive, and even people who aren't, because perhaps I used to hold back because I think, they don't want to hear like weird stuff, but maybe they do. And actually, who am I holding back for? Not to weird them out or offend them, or to stop me from feeling stupid. Thank you, Robin. Robin has just appeared. So I give thanks to voice. Give thanks to the birds singing. Give thanks to learning. Come into Tadasana. Push into the earth, let your arms rise up. Look up to the sky, remember where we came from. Open out, hands at a V, receiving, 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 and without holding on to anything, letting it fall through into the earth so it can rise up and pour through. Holding on to nothing anymore. Everything has a right to be seen, to be known, because when it comes from a place of like integrity and grace and love and just wanting the whole universe to know, to have. When I say the whole universe, people, me, to remember, to know that we are so much more. We really are magnificence. Hands down to the heart. And tipping all the weight onto the left side, you're going to come into warrior one. So just let that right leg step back, railroad tracks, slightly turning that back foot out, planting and rooting them deep into the earth. The strength of a warrior, we're going to scoop up from the earth, rise the hands up, look up to the sky, feel both feet planted, gently hug the thighs together, lift Mula Bandha, lift the heart, feel the spine rise up as you root your feet into the earth, the strength of the warrior. And then come into warrior two, keeping the palms up for the moment, just turning that back foot so it comes alongside the back edge of your mat. Breathe up from the earth and then turn the palms down. And I should be looking forward, but I'm just watching a deer run past. we're going to let that back hand drop down to the thigh, flip the front hand and rise it up. Push into the earth as the arm rises. Feel the energy rise from the earth into your third eye. Drishti at the middle finger, so let your gaze be at the middle finger. Sink down and yet push up at the same time. Presence. Smile. And then come back down and seat this in Warrior Two. Straighten that front leg. Reach forward, you're going to come into triangle. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, and then come down. Hand to the floor or on a block. Pushing your back of your left hand into your left ankle. Letting your heart rotate open. Push into the earth with both feet. Look to your upper hand. Breathe up from the earth into your solar plexus. Breathe out through the extended arms and crown. Presence. Which might be a bit weird for some to find presence in this position. From above your head and your extended arms into your heart, into your solar plexus. And out down through these beautiful strong legs. And push into the earth. Come back up into Warrior Two. Just been unhooked from my ear. And then we're going to make a strong movement. Come to the front of the mat. So tip into your front leg. Hands to third eye. Hands to pranam. All the weight onto your right side. So much so your left leg lifts and coming into Warrior One. Stepping back, railroad tracks, back foot out. Really sinking down low and then scooping up the love of the earth that is our destiny already achieved, so it can just tip down us. And then coming into Warrior Two. I'm just adjusting my earpiece. It keeps flipping out. So if you're in Warrior Two, let your back foot be at the same angle as the back edge of your mat. Arms down, seating and rooting and anchoring. Sinking down low and yet hugging your thighs in at the same time. Pushing your feet into the mat. Strength of warrior, determination of presence. I will have it. And she's lent me her roots after all. Let the back hand drop down the left leg. Flip and turn that right palm up and exalt. Feel the energy as you push into the earth. Rise up through your body into your third eye. Drishti at your middle finger. And smile. Presence. Presence and strength. Breathing in from above into the belly and down through those strong legs to the earth. Straight and come back into Warrior Two. Straighten that front leg. Gonna come into triangle. So reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, and then fold down. Right hand to right leg. Pushing against the leg and the arm together so that your torso turns to face forward. Look to your extended upper hand. Breathe up from the legs into your solar plexus. And breathe out through the extended arms and head. And then push into the earth. Let that be what rises you. Come into Warrior Two. Strong move. We're going to come to the front of the mat. So lean all your weight to the front foot. Hands to pranam. Hands to third eye. Reach up with your hands. Swan dive, forward fold. Come up flat back. Eyes looking into the center of your brain. Forward
forward fold, breathing into the cave of Brahma. And step back with your right foot, step back with your left. Be strong in plank. Breathe. Strong yet soft. Pushing into the earth with all these four aspects of our body and letting essence rise up and be known behind the eyes. Let it infuse into the spine, into the spinal column and nervous system. Let this strength be pushing it in, all that we've been unlearning and letting go of and realizing and rising into. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Downward dog. Leaping up between the hands. Forward fold. Or flat back even, and then forward fold. And then from here, let's just come into yogi squat. Hands at the heart. Elbows into knees, knees into elbows. Pushing your feet into the earth, really opening your soles of your feet. Lifting your heart, tailbone to the earth, crown to the sky. Celebration. Be the celebration. Be the celebration of having chosen to be the one behind the eyes and be the witness. Witness this moment. Let this be your yes. Let's find the feeling of celebration so this can be known through all of our cells when we're tucked in a tight spot. Celebration. Because we're presence. Everything is transmuted in presence. Everything changes in presence. It is the healer. Healing is a byproduct of presence. So popping up, bottom on the floor. I come into boat pose. And so bring our right arm back and our right leg straight. Breathe in and then breathe out into the core. Again, anchoring all this beautiful energy we've been cultivating. Left side, opening and stretching, breathing in. Exhale, infusing it into the core. Now both legs and arms, heart to the sky. Push your sit bones in as you open your body out. And then rest your feet. And tuck up. If you can put your forehead on your knees, do so. Or put your hands on your knees and your forehead on your hands. And gently smile. I heard Sue Morta saying that this position has so often been used as a protection or fear. Yet now we're choosing to use it in a new way. A way to cultivate and let our true self be known. Soften into it, nurturing, reviving, refreshing, or curiously noticing. And push your sit bones, push your feet into the earth. Let the essence be known behind the eyes. Let our mind drape into this as this witness. And we're going to do a seated spinal twist. Let the left leg extend. Just take the right foot over the other side of the left knee. Put your left elbow on your right knee. And just twist your upper half to the right, eyes to the right,
Just flex your foot, so push your heel away. And I tend to feel my quad engage and lift. And again, that just supports my hamstrings and doesn't ask too much of them. Push your sit bones into the earth, smile. And you can make a mudra with your left hand if you feel to. So just one of your fingers and your thumbs, perhaps they're called to touch. And then just witness if you do this. Drift into silence. Keep breathing through the body. And witness what is alive in you right now as you breathe from above your head through the twisted spine and out through your extended leg. And then coming back to center. I'm going to swap sides. Right leg extended, right foot flexed, left knee, left foot over right knee, right elbow coming to the outside edge of your left knee, left hand behind, using your elbow into your thigh to help your upper half rotate, calling in a mudra if you feel to. Again, I'm lifting my right leg off the ground a little bit with my heel reaching forward. Eyes to the left. What's alive in you right now? And breathe from beyond the foot into the belly and out through the spine and above your head. Push your sit bones into the earth as you exhale. Breathe from above the head into the belly and out through that extended leg. Breathe like this a few times. Presence. Back to center. Soles of the feet together. I'm just going to bring a little cushion underneath my sit bones. I invite you to do the same if you need to. Tip your pelvis a little bit. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. The art of presence and knowing what we need in the now. So opening the soles of the feet. That old story. Is it mine? Is it the collective's? Well, I am the collective. I'm part of the collective. Or that catastrophising. It's just story. So push sit bones into the earth, push the tailbone backwards and just let the heart fall into that old story, because nothing can withstand presence, love. And if we can't be loving, let's be present. Opening the feet out, revealing all of that old story and letting it be warmed, letting it be loved, letting it be appreciated, because there's always magic in it. There's always some huge revelation from any past story. There's always something. Everything serves. The divine only creates the divine. And if we have not found the divine yet, then let's keep softening. Presence. Bit by bit, bringing the knees together, letting the feet come out further than the knees, forehead onto knees or onto your hands that can rest on your knees. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the sides of the ribs, top of the chest. Breathe bigger than the body and exhale out beyond the body. And breathe in from beyond the body into the belly. filling up the lungs all the way to the top and then beyond the lungs. And releasing and breathing out into the space beyond, into this golden egg that we are, or wherever your mind is able to be with the breath, breathing from beyond the body into the belly, to all crevices and aspects of the lungs, feeling the backside of your body open as you breathe bigger than the body and then out into the space beyond the body. Dissolving any catastrophizing with this God body breath. There is no need. The divine only creates the divine. Love is all there is. Everything serves. If this doesn't feel like it could be possible, it's okay too. It's our choice. It's free will. And start off with the small stuff. We don't need to see what's going on in the whole world. And start off little. The little things. This is where trust arises from, deeply, with the little things in life. Breathing into the belly, into all of the lungs, the back of the heart, bigger than the body. And breathing out beyond the body, melting, softening, presence. Be presence. Be this whole luminous egg containing this body. And today I feel to sit in comfortable seated position. If you feel to take yourself into Shavasana, please do. Love yourself in your own way, soften yourself in your own way, unfurl and release in your own way, because your way is the way. And presence is always here, waiting for us to become when we slow down. I'll call us out in a little bit. breathing all of the presence of all the sentient beings into the body. I just feel so aware of just this incredible space, all these trees. I just feel so aware of their presence. It feels really, really beautiful. And again, if you want to tone yourself up to sitting, if you've been lying down, let the sound vibration bring you into form.